I love what Apostle Edu did yesterday and today, because some people, when they see him go to nations from city to city, they don't think he just blew from nowhere, because some people just blew from nowhere and they can't be trusted. You can't allow them to lay hands on you because you don't know where they are coming from. But there are people that if they spit on you, you will lick it, because you know that spit is a blessing to you. If he has time, he will tell you. I don't think there's any of my book he didn't read. When he finished reading them, he started browsing. Even before we roofed our auditorium, we just let it. Our studio, current studio, he will lock himself there for months. In fact, I say envy him. His level of commitment and consecration. To a very large extent, life is predictable. You can look at somebody and say you are going nowhere. But look at somebody, look at his track record and say the future is waiting for you. One pain I had was when the father called me and said, please release my son. He's my first son, and I'm the president of my ministry. I'm old, I'm aging. Please release him. And those that know me, you know that I don't have the grace to hold back anybody. I don't hold people like that. So I prayed for him and released him. I told them, I've released him. And today that ministry is not even holding. Because I saw his future. What he's just doing now is just warming up for a great future ahead of him. So if you are right there, you don't think he just emerged from the blue, he just blew like that. Maybe he went somewhere and blew. No, yes, he went somewhere. He went to the presence of God. He locked himself up in God's presence, praying and studying. There was one young man I was training. That time he was sleeping in the studio. Now that studio was empty. I don't think there was no then. There was another young man I was training. In fact, I made up my mind I will not train anybody from outside. I will train from within because of what I've experienced. But one of his friends from my state, another minister pleaded with me to train him, and I said training him. So he will come and saw Edu pray. You see Edu praying and start imitating him. You don't pray for 5 minutes and come here and say we will blow very soon. Very soon we blow. We blow like Suleiman Johnson. We will blow like Joshua Selman. We will blow. We will soon blow. And he will go back and speak in tongues for 5 minutes and go. He will come again and see Apostle Edu has not left there, not the door of eating. He will bring bread and coke and say, eat before you die. Eat before you die. Apostle Edu, get out from that place. One day, I tell you, to a large extent, life is predictable. One day, I'll tell this young man, come to the office, but I come to the office 7, 8, and I will stay there till Bible study or prayer meeting. I'll tell this young man, come to the office by 8. By 9, 9:30, I'll be waiting for him. He won't be there. I knew this young man was going nowhere. But I have grace to tolerate people. God has given me that large heart. So I started working on him. I just took him. Even when I see people failing, I take them as my responsibility. That maybe there's something, God allowed them to come so I can help them. So I kept working on him. But one day I got tired. Because you are working on somebody and it's going in the opposite direction and destroying everything you are doing. And it's not ready to change. One day by 11, he was not in the office. I drove to his house. Let me go and see what killed this young man. And it was in one room, one self-contained. So I got there around 11:30 a.m. This young man was sitting on the bed with a young lady. Don't shout yet, because I'm just warming up to tell you what happened. And they were watching Nollywood. I know Nollywood, most time they promote idolatry, immorality, and crime. That's what most of the things you see. Why? Students have gone to school, workers have gone to office, market people have gone to market, people have gone to their trade and things like that. And that was what we're doing with his life. I said no. Before story start spreading that Shekinah pastor pregnanted a girl, I said, please young man, pack your load, tomorrow morning you are going. He pleaded, I was not ready to listen. And that was how he left. But Apostle Edu, few years, I think that was 2 years ago, he called me. He said, See, there's somebody that is making wave in social media. His ministry everywhere. And say, Apostle Edu, is that the same Apostle Edu? I said, yes. I said, it don't blow now. Hallelujah. That's how to blow, not to blow like balloon. That young man, every time he calls me, man, I'm hungry. But every time I meet Apostle Edu, take the seed. This young man, I'm hungry. I've not paid my rent. One day he called me. He said, okay, that time he called me. He said, okay, can I give him your number? I said, do you think he will have time to answer your call? That's a very busy man. He pleaded, I gave him. I said, that tells you how busy he is. Life is a seed. I would only be surprised if you are not doing what you are doing now. That's the only thing will surprise me. I will not be surprised if I see you gathering presidents of nations to teach them and address them. I will not be surprised. I will only be surprised if that does not happen in your lifetime. Because I know that God is giving you global platform.